YouTube, look, at your grown age, why do you have Snapchat? Not, I think, no, Snapchat's cool, but having streaks at your grown age is ridiculous. Especially if you got kids. Like, there's no way that you have streak, like a 365, any streaks, a day, 10 days, when you have a family. Like, focus, you more focused on the streaks than your family. Get your priorities is out of whack. You need to get your life together. So look, if you grown and you have streaks and you watching this video, today stop it. Get some help for real. Like, there's no way. There's no way. But look. We come with 3 downright horrifying true Snapchat horror stories. But the horror story that's really is crazy that you still have Snapchat. And look, if you got a family, like it don't make sense because to me, Snapchat is a hoeing app because why is your chat deleted? Like, no chat should delete. That's why I like iMessages. I can go back. Look. If you lie, I can go back into I can type in the lie that you told me and go instantly find it and screenshot it and send it to you. Or I can reply to it from like, I don't care how long it was ago. You lied. But anyway, look, and I got my receipts. But look. Anyways, we're coming with a new video. Welcome new subscribers, new people. Look, let's go ahead and get to the video. Okay, I like how it was
winter break 2015. I lived in a townhome about 10 minutes away from the college I attended.
Yeah.
For the sake of context, I'm a female. I lived with 4 other girls I met during my first 2 years living in the campus dorms.
Valid.
All of them went back home for break, so I was left home alone. I had an internship that I had to stay in town for, which was fine by me. I enjoyed the peace and quiet. Plus, flights back home were wildly expensive during that time of year.
I guess.
The first couple weeks were fine. I actually got a lot of work done. But that's when things started getting weird. Back at the start of the previous semester, when I had first moved into the place, in one of the townhomes across the street, we met a guy around the same age as us. I assumed he went to our same college, but looking back, I never actually asked him. He just kind of looked that age, so I kind of assumed he did.
That's your problem, you assume it.
He always acted sort of creepy and awkward. He would often try to spark up conversations with us as we walked outside to our cars. A month into the semester, and he walked up to me, really nervous, and asked for my number. I already didn't like to give out my number to guys who asked for it, but I could tell it took him a lot of courage to ask.
What does that mean? She don't like giving her Snapchat out or her number out to people who ask for it. So do they not have to ask for it? Like, what the
So I opted to give him my Snapchat username instead.
Valid.
He happily agreed, and I went on my way. A few days went by, and I was already starting to regret this decision. First of all, his Snap score was literally 0, meaning he had made the account for the sole purpose of adding me. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt because he was new to the app, but some of the things he would send me were just downright inexcusably creepy.
Like what?
Like, he would send pictures of my bedroom window at night, saying he was about to go on a late...
Are you serious? There's no way. Like, no. Like, wow. See, look. See, like, when I think about, like, women, I be like, yo, y'all go through so much. Like, there's no way in here. Like, we gonna have to fight. Like, there's no way. Like, imagine you in your bed sleeping or watching Netflix. Like, say you watching like some say you watching You, like the show on Netflix, and bro send you a picture of your window. I'm just gonna gladly put on my sweatpants, my Yeezys, and walk out, cause there's no way we're gonna have to fight. There's no way, cause no, what the
night run, or a picture of campus asking if I was in class and which building I was in.
What?
Anyway, fast forward back to winter break, and he was still sending snaps like this.
No, bro.
What creeped me out the most was he picked up on the fact that I was home alone, because he kept sending pictures of just my car parked in front of our townhome. One night, I was asleep in my bed and was woken up to the Snapchat notification sound. I reached for my phone on my nightstand and saw that it was him.
I ain't heard it in that long.
I opened it. It was just a black screen. I was a bit annoyed and went to the chat to tell him not to send me snaps so late in the night.
I don't see me no snaps.
Right as I started typing, I heard a buzz. And when I sent the message, I heard another buzz. It was close to me. His Bitmoji popped up in the chat and he started typing. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. I was still thinking about the perfectly timed buzzing sounds. I sent a chat saying, "Where are you?" His Bitmoji sat there for a full minute before he started to type something. He then stopped typing and left the chat. My heart began racing. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure if this was a good idea, but right then and there, I Snapchat video called him. Immediately, constant buzzing rang out from under my bed.
He gonna have to die. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Look. This is why you always gotta be prepared for anything. Look, the piece, look, the phone. Look, this is GTA, y'all. Look, I would have gladly picked up the piece. straight through the bed. There's no way. Cause one, how you get in my house without me even knowing? Two, like, to be honest, whose fault is this really? Cause like, how am I sleeping if somebody is able to get under my bed? There's no way. Like, cause that's a skill issue on your behalf. Because there's no way. Cause me, I would have woke up. There's no way somebody gets under my bed and me not know. So like, you gonna have to die. Cause like, what the actual? And then what do you do if you the person that sneaks in and then you call me and I'm under your bed? Cause now I'm in a stuck position. See, there's no way. What was the plan? Like, what? No, what was the plan? That's what I'm thinking now. Cause like, now you under the bed, but what was like? Did you just want to be close? Like what? Like what?
I got up and ran out of my room toward the front door.
From
there, I sprinted to the nearest gas station, where, out of breath, I told the on-duty cashier what had just happened.
It's just a piano. Lock in.
He called the cops for me. It took them 5 minutes to arrive. All the while, I was spammed with Snapchat messages. They started out begging me not to call the police, but slowly got more and more aggressive with each one. In the last one, he threatened to kill me. I showed the cops, and they began searching the house. After a few minutes, they found him hiding in one of my roommate's closets. They handcuffed him and took him out to the back seat of their patrol car. He was covered in sweat and shot multiple looks in my direction. I texted my roommates that night, and they agreed to canceling our lease early.
I promise you could not be.
Within the month, we all had moved into a house 25 minutes away.
You would not be alive, I swear.
I don't know what ended up happening to the guy. I never kept up with his case.
Why?
I've since stopped using Snapchat.
You grew up, thank you. Hey,
this happened to me when I was Snapchatting a friend.
Okay.
I'm only 14, a freshman in high school.
See, if you're 14, like, if you're young, it makes sense. You got, see, look, I'm not gonna be on his case because he's 14, he's growing up, so it's okay to have Snapchat. Okay, what's a reasonable age to get off Snap? That's what we need to discuss, like, cause it's like, you know how like some stuff, like when you get to certain ages, there's just certain stuff you shouldn't do. Like when you reach a certain age, you start playing with toys. When you reach a certain age, like some people start playing like video games. So like, what age is it like, yo, you're too grown for this? Like you shouldn't be doing this. Like, come on now.
My best friend Anna and I were Snapchatting back and forth one night while I was studying for a big test I had the next day.
Valid.
Our conversation was starting to get dry. She sent me a snap of herself in her room without a caption. I replied, ranting about the test I had tomorrow, saying how unprepared I was for it, and asked her what she was doing. She sent me a picture from a different angle, this time showing homework in front of her with the caption, "Yeah, well, at least you don't have a group project due tomorrow that we've barely started on."
Yeah.
I analyzed the photo a little longer, trying to see what class the homework was for. As I was doing so, I noticed something strange in the background. It looked like a shadowy figure was standing in the corner of her room. I quickly sent her a message asking if anyone else was in the room with her. She replied saying that she was home alone. I was starting to get really scared at this point, but I didn't want to alarm her, so I sent her another message saying that I had to focus up and go study for my test.
You a bit.
Immediately, she opened it.
What?
But minutes went by and she didn't respond, which was pretty uncharacteristic of her. I started to worry that something was seriously wrong. I began regretting not screenshotting the snap so that I could have gotten a second look and proved that I was just overthinking the whole thing. I called her, but she didn't answer. I sent a few more chats, but I still didn't get a response. I was really starting to panic, so I decided to go to her house and check on her. She lived only a 3-minute bike ride away. When I got there, I saw that most of the house lights were on. I called her again, but she still didn't answer. I was about to give up and go home. I noticed her bedroom window was slightly open. I grabbed a screwdriver I found lying on the ground and climbed up.
This story gotta be kept. Why the hell is a random screwdriver? Like, what? What? Wait, so you home alone and a random screwdriver just happens to be on the ground so you could get in? Either there's two scenarios. No, there's only one. The person used the screwdriver to get in. There's no way.
Under the roof where her bedroom window was.
Hold up, rewind.
I grabbed a screwdriver I found lying on the ground and climbed up onto the roof where her bedroom window was. I looked inside her room, and that's when I saw the shadowy figure again standing in the corner. But this time it was closer to her bed. I knew I had to act fast, so I broke into her room and tackled the figure. It was an older man. He was much bigger than me, but I managed to jab the screwdriver into his left shoulder before he could overpower me.
Ain't no screwdriver doing that.
He screamed out in pain before diving back out of the window and down onto the lawn below, grabbing his left shoulder as he ran. I looked around the room and realized Anna wasn't there. I yelled out to her and got a response from downstairs in the kitchen. I explained everything, and we both used her phone to call the police. Police located a blood trail and followed it a few yards down the sidewalk before it abruptly disappeared, suggesting the man got into a car. Anna said how after I told her I was going to study, she put her phone down and went downstairs to make some food, which explained why she didn't answer my calls.
Okay.
That's when, a few minutes later, she heard the commotion upstairs. It's horrible to think about, but I honestly wonder what would have happened if I never noticed the guy on her Snapchat.
I would have thought it was like a hoodie or something. I ain't gonna lie. That's me though.
A few nights ago, I was struggling to fall asleep and was getting extremely bored.
Son, I don't know why this threw me up, but that looked like my fucking bed. And I said, wait, that's why I said, look, yo, that threw me the fuck off. But then I realized, nigga, my bed's on the ground. Like I don't even have like a, like I don't got like a bed frame. Like, cause when we moved in, I was like, I'm just gonna get a new one. But then, okay, fast forward. Anyways, I was like, cause I got the same thing, and then I don't know, it just threw me the fuck off.
So I pulled out Snapchat to pass some time. I was going through people's stories when I noticed someone added me.
Okay.
Now, if you've ever used Snapchat, you probably already know about the massive problem it has with bots. 9 times out of 10 when someone adds me, it's just some bot trying to scam me into sending in money one way or another.
Valid.
I have no idea how they find my account, but somehow they do.
Yeah.
The account had no Bitmoji, which immediately made me suspicious. I added it back as a friend and checked its snap score.
Why?
Of course, it was low, meaning it was most definitely a bot account.
What is low?
As I waited for it to send me a message, I started to wonder what would happen if I video called it. Like, would it just be a random call center, or would it be a black screen, or possibly a pre-recorded video?
You're insane.
I was curious, and so I did. I called it. To my surprise, it answered immediately. My face showed up on the bottom of the screen, but on the other end was just someone's thumb pressed up against the camera. I could tell because it had a slight red hue for a couple seconds before going completely black. I started saying things like, hello, can you hear me, show me your face, things like that.
You're playing too much. You playing with your
I
life.
was silent for a few seconds.
Play with your life.
When, from the call, I suddenly heard a blood-curdling scream. It sounded desperate.
I don't like this video. So I'm just gonna try to talk my way out. Like I know I'm pausing. Like just like this, how y'all doing? Like I don't know. It's just the sounds really mess with my head. Maybe I'm not locked in today. I don't know what it is, but this is not the vibe. Like what I'm getting from this video, don't have Snapchat because, yeah, like you're just gonna get into a whole world of like misfortune. So but yeah, I've been cool. Just focus on myself. You know, how y'all been? What y'all been up to? You know, just leave me a little comment down below. Like that's all I ask. You know, life been good. You know, I just been on my own journey. You know, it's not my speed, it's God's speed. But I think I'm ready to get back into the video. Just gonna lock in.
It was more of a in pain type of scream rather than like a jump scare type scream. It scared me, so I ended the call. Seconds after, the account sent my full address and a picture of my Bitmoji on the snap map.
Nigga, what?
I immediately regretted sharing my location on it and felt my stomach twist into knots.
Yeah, cause you trying to play.
I grabbed a nearby baseball bat and set it at my side.
Bro,
I switched to Netflix to watch something that would get my mind off of it.
Your mind off? No.
Every time I heard a car drive by, I got out of bed and looked out the window. This went on for 30 minutes. That's when one of the cars stopped in front of the house. It was a black Toyota. Just then, I received a Snapchat from the account. It was purple, meaning it was a video.
Wow.
I didn't want to open it. I instead unadded the account.
Why?
Before I could look back outside of the car, I heard tampering with the lock to the front door.
Wow.
After only a few seconds, I could hear the door open, followed by footsteps entering the home.
If you don't go get your gun, talking about a baseball bat, this person's on timing.
I should have mentioned this already, but I live alone. No one but me has a spare key. Whoever was in my house was someone that I didn't know.
They was on time.
I locked my bedroom door and pushed my desk in front of it as quietly as I could.
No, bro, shoot through
that
door.
And they told me to stay on the line with them until they arrived. I could hear the person walking around outside my room. A few seconds passed when the footsteps walked right up to my bedroom door. They stopped, and again I heard tampering with the lock. My heart was in my stomach. I thought about yelling out threats, but was instructed by the operator to stay quiet. The lock disengaged. The door was pushed, but the desk stopped it. Finally, distant sirens could be heard, followed by sprinting footsteps back outside the house. I looked out the window and saw a hooded figure get inside the black Toyota and drive off.
You gotta move. You got to, right?
Police parked out front, and I unbarricaded my door to walk out and talk with them. They asked me a few questions, which I answered the best I could. They asked about the Snapchat account, so I went in to add it back. The video was still there, so we opened it. It was a video taken from inside a car, showing the front door of my house, confirming the account was owned by the intruder. The police thought it was a kidnapping attempt, that the person behind the account would add random people in the hopes that they add them back with their snap map location on. I don't know if this has always been a thing, but this was the first time I'd ever heard of accounts doing stuff like this. It made me seriously rethink all the bot accounts that I would add back on that app.
Why are you adding any?
I turned my snap map off and deleted the app off my phone.
Thank you. Thank you for growing up.
They were unable to trace the account back to anybody, so whoever it was is still out there.
Like, all I'm gonna say is, like, you just being childish if you got Snapchat. Like, that's what it comes out. If you have Snapchat, you're childish. Just admit it. Like there's no like that's what I got for this video. There's no way that you didn't get this from the video. Like, if you got your Snapchat map on, you're childish. You just want to be seen. That's tough. You're gonna be seen by the wrong person. I'm telling you. Like, there's no way. Like, the only reason why I got Snapchat, I never really had my Snapchat ever downloaded. I downloaded only because the NBA playoffs. Like, every time the Lakers play, I download it and I talk about it with the group chat. That's the only reason why I have Snapchat. Literally, I don't talk to nobody. Like, I don't talk to nobody on Snapchat ever. But look, y'all be safe. Delete Snapchat, especially if you grown. You know you grown. Like, if you grown, delete it. Just go ahead, get out. Like, grow up. I know it's hard. But sometimes you gotta grow up. Like, I know it's hard to sit with you. Like, you at a stage in life where, like, you have to do stuff, like, bigger and better. But it's okay. It's okay. Look, we can do it together. But look, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next video. We out.